हा ओके. संविधान फाउंडेशन नागपूर यांच्या वतीनं आपण प्रत्येक महिन्यातील प्रत्येक शनिवारी संविधानाची शाळा हा उपक्रम सुरू केलेला आहे आणि या संविधानाच्या शाळेचा हा 15वा भाग आहे. संविधान फाउंडेशनने अनेक मान्यवरांना वेगवेगळ्या क्षेत्रामध्ये काम करणाऱ्या विविध मंडळींना या कार्यशाळेत निमंत्रित केलेला आहे आणि आज आपण अत्यंत महत्त्वाचा सगळ्यांचा जिव्हाळ्याचा जो विषय आहे, कारण भारतीय प्रशासकीय यंत्रणा असेल, राजकीय यंत्रणा असेल, ह्या फार महत्त्वाच्या असतात आणि त्याच्यावर प्रकाश टाकण्यासाठी आज आपण माननीय एन अशोक बाबू, जे की इंडियन रेव्हेन्यू सर्व्हिस मध्ये आहेत, त्यांना निमंत्रित केलेलं आहे. एन अशोक बाबू हे सध्या पुण्यामध्ये इन्कम टॅक्स विभागामध्ये अतिरिक्त आयुक्त आहेत. त्यांचं मी मनपूर्वक स्वागत करतो या संविधानाच्या शाळेमध्ये. त्यांना आज आपण विषय दिलेला आहे भारतातील निवडणुका आणि आवश्यक सुधारणा. या विषयावर एन अशोक बाबू आपले विचार व्यक्त करणार आहेत. तत्पूर्वी त्यांचा परिचय देण्याच्या पूर्वी मी खास इंडोनेशियाहून नेहा खोब्रागडे, जे SBI मध्ये वरिष्ठ अधिकारी आहेत, त्यांना विनंती करेल की त्यांनी भारतीय संविधानाच्या प्रास्ताविकेचं वाचन करावं. त्यानंतर मग मी माननीय अशोक बाबूजी यांचा आपल्याला परिचय करून देईल आणि त्यानंतर अशोक बाबू आपले या विषयावर मत मांडतील. नेहाजी.
जय भीम सगळ्यांना. I will read the constitution of India preamble. We, the people of India, having solemnly resolved India, sovereign, social, secular, democratic, and to secure to all its citizens, economic and political, liberty of thought, faith and worship, of status and of opportunity, and assuring the dignity of the individual and dignity of the nation. In our day of November, hereby and give to our
minute I will come back. ओके नेहाजी, थँक्यू व्हेरी मच. झालं संविधानाचं वाचन? तुमचा आवाज थोडा कमी येतोय. ओके, थँक्यू. माननीय इजड खोब्रागडे सर, ज्येष्ठ निवृत्त सनदी अधिकारी, आज आपल्या या कार्यक्रमामध्ये आहेत. त्यांच्याच प्रेरणेने हा कार्यक्रम सुरू झालेला आहे. मागच्या वेळेस सुद्धा आपल्याकडं IRS, जे की ED मध्ये जॉईंट कमिशनर होते, डॉक्टर उमेश चव्हाण सर, त्यांनी पंचायत राज व्यवस्था या संदर्भात आपल्याला मार्गदर्शन केलं होतं. आणि आज आपल्याला माननीय एन अशोक बाबू, जे की भारतीय राजस्व सेवा, ज्याला आपण इंडियन रेव्हेन्यू सर्व्हिस म्हणतो, त्या सेवेमध्ये आहेत. अत्यंत एक कल्पक, वेगवेगळ्या सामाजिक प्रश्नांची जाण असणारे, त्याचबरोबर भारतीय प्रशासन व्यवस्था असेल, राजकीय व्यवस्था असेल किंवा सामाजिक व्यवस्था असेल, या व्यवस्थेचा खूप चांगला अभ्यास करणारे एक अभ्यासक म्हणून एन अशोक बाबू यांची ख्याती आहे. त्यांनी खरं तर अनेक विषयांवर शोध निबंध लिहिलेले आहेत आणि ते वेगवेगळ्या देशांमध्ये त्यांनी सादर केलेले आहेत. बँकॉक असेल, अनेक देश असतील, तिथे ते आपले पेपर्स प्रेझेंट करत असतात आणि अनेक वर्तमानपत्रामध्ये सुद्धा त्यांचे लेख प्रकाशित झालेले आहेत. अनेक लेखांची दखल त्यांच्या अनेक वर्तमानपत्रांनी घेतलेली आहेत. खरं तर एन अशोक बाबू हे मुळात आंध्र प्रदेश या राज्यातले रहिवासी आहेत. महाराष्ट्रामध्ये या नोकरीच्या निमित्तानं सध्या पुण्यामध्ये इन्कम टॅक्स विभागाचे अतिरिक्त आयुक्त आहेत. त्यांनी डिप्लोमा इन मेकॅनिकल इंजिनिअरिंग त्यानंतर गव्हर्नमेंट पॉलिटेक्निक मधून कंप्लीट केली आणि त्यानंतर बीटेक मेकॅनिकल इंजिनिअरिंग रिजनल इंजिनिअरिंग कॉलेज वरंगल आणि ज्याला आता नॅशनल इन्स्टिट्यूट ऑफ टेक्नॉलॉजी NIT म्हणून संबोधले जाते, तिथे त्यांनी बीटेकचं शिक्षण घेतलं. इन्कम टॅक्स मध्ये येण्यापूर्वी त्यांनी आंध्र प्रदेश गव्हर्नमेंटमध्ये क्लास 1 ऑफिसर म्हणून कामाला सुरुवात केली आणि 2008 मध्ये ते केंद्रीय लोकसेवा आयोगामार्फत रेव्हेन्यू सर्व्हिसमध्ये इंडियन रेव्हेन्यू सर्व्हिसमध्ये जॉईन झाले. त्यांनी यापूर्वी सहाय्यक आयुक्त त्याचबरोबर उपायुक्त मुंबई आणि वेगवेगळ्या ठिकाणी कामं केलेली आहेत. विशेषतः मुंबईमध्ये त्यांनी अनेक धडाकेबाज कामं केलेली आहेत. इन्कम टॅक्सच्या अनेक मोठमोठ्या लोकांवर त्यांनी धाडी टाकल्या. त्याची नावं बरेच आहेत, मी इथे त्याचा उल्लेख करणार नाही. फार मोठी मोठी मंडळी आहे, सिने क्षेत्रातली आहे, वेगवेगळ्या कंपन्यांची आहे. त्यांनी 2018 मध्ये द रोल ऑफ बुद्धिझम इन ह्युमॅनिटी युनायटेड नेशन्स रिजनल कॉन्फरन्स बँकॉक या विषयावर एक त्यांनी पेपर सादर केला होता. त्याचबरोबर अनेक विषयांवर त्यांचं सातत्यानं लेखन असते. त्यांना प्रशासकीय अनुभवाबरोबरच त्यांना एक आपल्या देशातील जे सगळ्यात महत्वाची सिस्टीम आहे, ज्याला आपण इलेक्शन म्हणूया, भारतीय निवडणूक पद्धती असेल, या पद्धतीवर त्यांचा फार चांगला अभ्यास आहे आणि यासाठी काय रिफॉर्म्स करण्याची आवश्यकता आहे याबद्दल आज ते आपले विचार या ठिकाणी मांडणार आहेत. मी अशोक बाबूजी यांना विनंती करेल की त्यांनी भारतीय निवडणुका या संदर्भात भारतीय निवडणुका आणि सुधारणा या संदर्भात त्यांनी आपले विचार व्यक्त करावेत. आदरणीय अशोक बाबूजी.
Good evening, friends. Good evening, dear seniors and friends, my all colleagues. Very good evening. Jai Bhim to all. This is my proud privilege and pleasure to address you once again. Last time on December 10th, 2020, Khobragade sir had given me the opportunity to address this August, this foundation, Constitution, Samvidhan Foundation. So we discussed that day human rights in India particularly. So again, I was asked to deal some other issue. So I have chosen this issue because I like this issue. Election matters. Election, I feel this is the basic precept of the Constitution. Election is the basic precept. Like it's like mother of all the process or institutions or systems in this democratic, in any democratic country. For that matter, Baba Saheb Dr. B.R. Ambedkar had given us the opportunity starting from day one to exercise our right to franchise. Whereas the so-called the great democratic countries are mother of all democracies, say UK, United Kingdom, or the largest democracy by area, not by the population, USA, United States of America, and other like liberty, equality, fraternity, that country, France. All these countries, they have started this right to voting is given to all, like 100% of their citizens at their later stages. Whereas in India, because of the vision or because of the blessings of Baba Saheb, because he had visited all this European and America very extensively and studied there, did his PhDs like thesis work, and I think he had studied Martin Luther King Jr. also, might have interacted with also him. So because of all these things, he had given in the day one itself to all Indian citizens the right to exercise their franchise. So this is the basic precept or constitution hallmark of the Indian Constitution. Why? If you see, everything should be done by the executive, that is the government of India or any particular state government or any particular local body. Anything, the welfare mechanism to the citizen, or the good thing, or the rules, regulations, law, act, whatever be law or administrative law or proactive approach, affirmative law, whatever it may be, it should be flow from the executive, the basic, legislature, executive, and judiciary. Executive is the main organ, though all three are equal. The main function is being conducted by the executive. And election, what is the result of election? Result of election is to elect the executive body to rule this country or to rule a particular territory, or that is province or state. In India it is called. So the state, the election is the basic thing. All the things, the next 5 years, or the fixed period is 5 years. Sometimes it may be less also because of some other factors, number of other factors, but most of the times it will be normally 5 years. So the next 5 years, the future of the citizens of this country, all citizens, not only the voters, for your kind information. I know most of our members are all well educated, but it is being recorded and it will be viewed in the future also by normal citizens. So I am addressing the normal citizens of this country or this state. So this election process, in this process we elect the government, that is executive, that will determine the 5 years future, the future of the 5 years, the next 5 years of the citizens of this country. Not only the citizens, means it is 100% of the citizens. Though we say that legislature, though we say that judiciary is there, even the judiciary, how many funds should flow to the judiciary, how many courts should be constituted, how many judges will be recruited, what is the criteria for this judges recruitment, everything shall be decided by the executive. So this executive and election process is very important. If you see, the legislative also, legislature or legislative wing also meet very rarely, like monsoon session is there, some 1 month, then winter session is there 1 month, then budget session is there 1 month. That's all. Maybe if the new legislative assembly or new parliament is constituted, they will meet again. Otherwise, hardly it meets for 4 months of the year. But executive is alive and it is alert and active for the 365 days. So this is very important. This the basic precept or understanding we are missing. As a civil society, means a good non-governmental society or highly educated people or working or retired civil servants, or maybe class 1 officers, class 2 officers, class 3 officers, or normal government servants, or some other private organizations. Most of our friends or people are working. This basic thing we are forgetting. What we are forgetting, these elections are going to determine, design, constitute, decide the future of the next 5 years of each and every citizen of this country. Because of this negligence, because of this what you call not so important, not giving so importance, reluctant attitude, most of the voters are not being participated. See, most of the voters, particularly the voters who are not alert, who are not working for the government, they go for, it's a holiday. They go for holidaying, or they go for this other resort, or this resort or that resort, or relatives place. So actually they are not exercising their constitutional right. Because of this, what I mean to say is that though it is said that the elected government, but the elected government is elected by minority number of voters, minority fraction of the voters. For example, if you see, last this Lok Sabha elections, if I am correct, hardly 60% of voters have exercised their right to vote. Only 60%. And the out of the 60 also, some are the voters, they don't cast how to they don't know how to cast the vote correctly. So means the vote is given up to the age of 18 and above, then out of which also hardly 60% or 50% people are voting. Means already children are not allowed. The youngest people are not allowed less than 18 age, and only 18 and above are allowed, and out of which only 50% or hardly 60% are utilizing their right to vote. Because of this, maybe you can say that out of which again the party got elected to constitute the government is hardly again 50%, because of India is a democratic country. It follows the simple majority. Simple majority means out of 445 or 443, it is only like 271 is required number of seats. 271, I think 271 or 276 required number of voters, required number of member of parliament. So it means hardly the government, in fact, is representing 25 to 30% of the citizens. 25 to 30% of the citizens only the government representing, in fact, by statistics. So normally, whatever they are interested in that group or in that particular section of the society, as per the pressure groups, if particular section of the society, a religious group or a community group is more stronger or predominant, by all means, monetary or numbers, or by other way, they will exercise their pressure on the executive, and they will get the things done normally. And the weaker sections of the society, poorest of the poor, are always left over. So we have to take care of this voting issue very seriously, as educated citizens of this country, or working employees of this country, or advocates, doctors, teachers. Particularly, Sanvidhan Foundation represents the poorest of the poor and depressed classes sections of the society. The descendants of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, not by exactly that by community, by ideology. I mean to say by ideology. The descendants of Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, we have the responsibility and we are duty bound to create awareness among all voters. We are duty bound and we have the responsibility to create awareness among all voters or all citizens of this country, the priority, the significance, the importance of voting. So what I mean to say is that during our normal days, see, when the election commission, you see, in our villages, the election commission is represented by Tahsildar, Naib Tahsildar, or village revenue officer. So, as a village as a block, or as a town as one unit, we should go and we should ask the revenue officials whether this person is registered as voter or not. We have to collect the voters list, eligible persons list from our colonies or from our locality, from our mofussil, and we should go and discuss with this revenue official what for registration of their membership into the electoral rolls. So this responsibility we have to take as a civil society. Then we have to pressurize the revenue officials, and we have to educate our own children, our own neighbors, our near and dear relatives, and our community people, our society people, and our town people, village people, to enroll themselves as the voter. You see, normally it is given only once in a year on January. But Election Commission recently recommended to the Law Commission of India to do the same electoral rolls exercise 4 times a year, means for every quarter, means January, April, July, then September or October, then in December, like that, each and every quarter, for every quarter. Now, eligible citizen of this country, whosoever has completed 18 years of age, can enroll their name as a voter in the election list, electoral list. So we have to do this process in our colonies, society, villages, and community, or in our neighborhood. So this is the thing. One, spreading of awareness of enrollment of voters list, their name into the voters list. Then again, the main thing, I know all are very senior civil servants and normal civil servants, government employees are there who are well versed with this electoral process. Everything in the election process is revolving around the money, mainly the money. Everything is revolving around the money. Once this is like this, we can say that this is a big vicious circle, and the democracy is really being suffocated because of this money thing, vicious circle. So how the voters are expecting the money or costly gifts or some other gift, not even costly gift, normal gift also, then liquor or some other thing, or some other you construct a temple, you construct a church, you construct a mosque, or you donate to our society. Like that, voters are themselves the first, the accused in this vicious circle is the voter. In my point of view, the first person to be accused in this vicious circle of this election and money and ill results. Election, money related, and then because of that, ill results are coming. Ill results are leading to not good governance, or sometimes you can say bad governance also. It is all the first. I would like to accuse the voter, because they are expecting. You see, out of my 5 terms as election observer, when I was visiting the critical areas where last time the violence had happened, and the voters were not allowed to cast their vote because of some communal tension or caste issues or maybe some other issues. So as observer, we are bound to visit those areas, and we have to raise their morale and boost their morale, confidence in the voters. Don't worry, as the representatives of Election Commission of India, we are here. If there is any problem, please call us on so and so number. We will reach there. And before that also, central paramilitary forces are there, state police is there, election machinery is there. Don't worry, you come to the polling booth and exercise your vote. For that purpose, we have to visit that expenditure sensitive pockets and critical areas. So during my visits, whenever I was asking, Amma, like that in my own slang, Amma, somebody is asking you to vote for them by giving money or cash or liquor or giving prizes, something like that, gifts. They are very much openly, they are saying that, sir, nobody has come so far. Instead of denying that, no, we don't want any such gift or cash or any fund. They should have said this, but instead of denying or refusing that, they are saying that, Sir, nobody has come so far. We are waiting for them. So this is the expectation of the voter. Particularly, sorry to say, the poorest of the poor and the weaker sections of the society where the poor people are really living, this expectation is more, and the evil forces in the democratic system are playing with them because of their weakness. Once again, I would like to repeat, the evil forces in the democracy in the guise of public representatives or the leaders of some so and so political party. No party is exception except few left-wing parties. That is two extreme left-wing parties are only the exception. All other parties are playing with the weakness of the voters, and they are giving some cash or gifts or some funds, or in some other poorest of the poor states, I observed, like we receive the information that simple 200 rupees, something like that, with a sachet of liquor, desi liquor, just 200 rupees and desi sachet. That's all. Your entire 5 years future is you are selling it to that particular candidate or political party. How shameful it is. But that is not the responsible, or we can say that the blame should be on the educated citizens of this country. Blame should be on the educated citizen of this country, or particularly civil societies. Instead of fighting non-issues, we should fight on these issues. We should go and educate them. Don't sell your future 5 years just for the sake of biryani, chicken biryani or mutton biryani. I am talking very plainly to in order to understand, because if we talk some long way like words, phrases, it will go in evaporate in the air after some time. So poorest of the poor people or some other sections of the society, they are taking this chicken biryani, mutton biryani, or desi liquor, not even foreign liquor, desi liquor, and some minimal amount, some 200 rupees, 500 rupees. And these cash also varies from state to state. In southern India, it is like 5,000 rupees to 2,000 rupees. Then it is in eastern part of the country, it is like 200 rupees to 500 rupees. In northern part, I don't know how much it is. Something like that. It varies. Depends upon the economic strata of the society, and strata of the state. So, as a civil society, as members of this foundation who has awareness about the constitution, and we need not to do any regular these drives. If we conduct some special drives, I am very much interested. Like if Kobragade sir has called, if he calls me to come to Nagpur, let us take one village as our pilot project, or one block as our pilot project. If we go and educate them, don't sell your vote for these small things. You exercise your right exactly perfectly, because it is going to determine the life, the future of your next 5 years. Like that, if we want to conduct any special drives, I am also very much interested and I will join along with you. If it is not like that, otherwise also in our day-to-day life, if you are a lawyer, whenever you meet your clients, or whenever you meet your general people in see normally in meetings, public meetings, now lawyers, doctors, teachers, particularly teachers, professors, they can educate their children, means their pupil, not to lured by these kind of forces when they become the voters. For a professor, means their students are already voters, he can educate them, she can educate them very well. So this thing we have to take up in our day-to-day life, our day-to-day activities, to educate the masses, to educate the people, to educate the voters, So first, as we discussed, first enrollment should be taken place, and enrolled voters, 100% voters should come to the polling booth, and the polling booth, even if necessary, not only the government, as a civil society, as an educated person, as a leader in your mofsil or colony, in your neighborhood, or among your relatives, you can also educate them how to exercise that electronic voting machine, how to operate it, how to use, how to cast the vote particularly. So in this way, we have to play major role or vital role in the election process. So once the voter is not lured by anything, and casting his or her vote perfectly as per his wish, and the voting percentage is increased, say 80% to 90% or 95%. Excuse me. Then in the executive system, you can see the sea change. Then you can see the sea change. Once, see, why the money is so important? Because voters are asking for money. So the political party representative or candidate is distributing. And again, once he is once he gets elected, he wants to recollect. He takes it as a business, whosoever it is, at either state legislative assembly, state legislative council, or upper house or lower house of the parliament. Once he distributed this cash, gift, or liquor, or whatever it is, he wants to recollect it back, because again he remember himself that next election is there. The next election is there, and as the time passes, including this what you call inflation or deflation, your value, what is that rate of vote value will also increase. So he will try to recollect more and more from the voters only. Again, who are the clients or customers for a public representative? Again, the voters only. So he will pressurize the deputy collector or deputy superintendent of police or circle inspector or police sub inspector or a transport officer, excise inspector, or whosoever comes under his purview. He will pressurize him for the local haftas or local collections. So once this cash or gift or any other luring is not there, there will the pure representative will be elected, and he will neither collect this process nor indulge in any this kind of unwanted, unwarranted, illegal collection of resources. So this is the thing. Then once this pressure is not there from the public representative, even the officials also, say the collector or joint collector or SP or additional SP, deputy collector, means SDM or deputy superintendent of police, revenue inspector, tahsildar, naib tahsildar, or commercial tax officer or commercial tax inspector, whosoever it may be. Once the pressure is not there for this kind of collection or indulgence, they will also try to discharge their duties absolutely perfectly. If some rogue is there still, he wants to collect, then all other people, his colleagues or his juniors, his seniors are there, where they are very pure in their day-to-day activities. They will also pressurize him not to indulge in this kind of collection. So this is that entire cycle from village level to, means what you call that village to gram panchayat to block or tahsil, or there to subdivisional level, then subdivisional to district, district to divisional level, and divisional level to state, and state to the nation. This is applicable to union territories also. So everything will be cleansed. So the root cause should be addressed. The root cause is that the voter should not expect anything, and that is also very small, like 2000 rupees or 500 rupees, for which this they are selling their future. And as our like we are aware, we have awareness and responsible NGOs or civil society, we have to go and educate them. That is the main point I would like to focus today. And once the percentage is increased, then everything will be set right. Then these some people have the doubts about these election voting machines, but see, it is like reservation is good or not. Once the constitution is says that article 17 reservation should be there, it is decided and we should follow that. Like that, once the government of India has decided, election commission of India started from since 2004 is using election voting machines, and in order to check, the VVPATs are also there. VVPATs means to which candidate you have voted, it will be displayed again. Voters verifiable. What is that? Voters verifiable. Some audit something is there. That is VVPAT. So again, you can cross check immediately after voting. To which party you have voted, to which symbol you have voted, you can cross check. There is no like any gimmick or magic or no deception, no cheating, no nothing, no maneuvers or no manipulations. So let us settle our mindset. Let us not discuss further. It's only my suggestion or advice. Don't think otherwise. This is only my suggestion, advice. Let us settle the matter that EVMs are there, going to be there forever. EVMs are good, no problem, because last time also I discussed with Kobragade sir, if EVMs are some manipulation is possible, one particular party, why it should be defeated like at the grassroots level in particular states or particular union territories. If it is possible for that particular political party to manipulate the EVMs, it would manipulate in all the states continuously. Why it should leave some some states? I don't want to name those states also, because this is a very sensitive issue. So manipulation is really not possible. Out of my 5 experiences, nothing is there. All are foolproof. Technicians are there. Thousands of officers are working at district level, and lakhs of people are working at a village level together. So no doubt further, let us settle the matter once for all, and we have to do only as responsible citizens of this country to educate our fellow citizen how to exercise his vote through EVM, so that it should not be invalid, and how to bring him to the polling booth. That is important, and that we should concentrate. Let us forget this EVM's discussion. And many a time, Election Commission of India also openly challenged all political parties. You come and disprove whatever maybe you are alleging that you to prove. But nobody, no political party has come. Even the day before yesterday also, Delhi High Court quashed a public interest litigation, saying that the petitioner has not submitted any matter to prove that EVMs are not good. And like that, most of the times, all petitions have been quashed by various high courts and Supreme Court also. And we are able to help to most of the other countries, third world countries, African countries, Asian countries, and we should be very proud of it because of our technology, advanced technology, and our science, our engineers of ECIL and Bharat Electronics Limited has discovered, invented this electronic voting machine. And a country like India, where the literacy levels are very less, though we say that this percentage, that percentage, because of the definition of the literacy is that to read, write, and understand. But how many people said to be literate or can understand what is there? Even the person who is signing, his name is also considered as a literate in our country most of the times, because I observed in village level. So literacy levels are considerably at a very less percentage in our country. Even in that country also, starting from 2004, we have been using or utilizing the electronic voting machines, and we should be very grateful and thankful and should be proud of it. Because of that, there are no this from which village how many votes are polled to that particular party. That calculations are not founded. Earlier, it used to be when the this postal ballot system, this not sorry, paper ballot system was there. I remember in my childhood, these dominant sections of the society, they used to verify. Yes, okay, from this SC colony, these many voters were there. They said that they will vote for my particular political party, but they had not voted, and they will go and create ruckus. They indulge in violence. They will beat them, something like that. All those things were used to happen. Then this one tearing of the political that ballot papers, taking away that what you call that boxes and throwing in the well or some stream. All these things were nonsense, nuisance. Really was stopped once for all because of these EVMs. And even the advanced, so-called advanced countries, maybe advanced only in the sense of arms, ammunition, and long drives. The countries like USA, still they are using paper ballot system. And you must have observed or witnessed what had happened in the month of January. So when one particular candidate was declared elected because of their proportional representation from each state, the other candidate said that no, he had not selected, myself he selected. And he could not or he did not want to vacate that particular official bungalow, the so-called advanced country of this world. It's because of this one. But whereas in our country, proud to say that there is no such issue so far. No, there is no such issue. After each and every election, particular political party will stake its claim with the president or the governor of that state, and then the other political parties are what you call combine. They will sit in opposition, either with gruntling mentality or murmuring. That is separate. But they never raised that. No, that particular party has not won the election. My party won the election. Never there was such kind of what you call ugly. Never raised that ugly kind of situation. So, but it happened in the so-called the number one country of this world. So it's I feel that all credit goes to the Election Commission of India and its this election voting machines, and we should congratulate our technologies, particularly the public sector undertakings called ECIL, Electronic Corporation of India Limited, and BEL only invented these EVMs before any other developed country has invented. And we are supplying this technology to many other third world countries, African countries also, and even the developed countries also are showing interest about this. So what is my point here is that let us settle the matter about EVM. Let us erase any doubt or anything. It's like written in our rule book, so we should follow it. Only the thing is that we should educate our fellow citizens, our colony people, our neighborhood, our family members, our society members to bring them to the polling booth and cast their vote. That is the thing. Then the major discussion we had done already about the cash and gifts. That is, in my point of view, 90% of the problem will be solved. All the ills, all the problems of this democracy will be resolved automatically once this cash system or money system or luring of voters or is resolved, is addressed, and the percentage of voting is increased in the election process. These two are the important. Nobody should take any money or gift or any kind of thing. And percentage of voting, wherever you are, if you are an employee, use your postal ballot system. And Election Commission of India wants to introduce this remote sensing, remote voting system also. So that is also we can utilize. Then we should feel that day as working day only, and at most important working day. It's like our entrance exam. Like if I want to pursue MBBS or BTech, how I would prepare for my day of entrance exam. That is very much important for my life. Like that, we should feel that that day is very crucial for the next 5 years and the subsequent years also in our future. So that we should stay there and we should cast our vote. These two issues will address 90% of the what you call the ills or whatever maybe this democracy is suffering. Will address or resolve the issues automatically. Rest of the things are all very, very small, like this linking of EVM to this Aadhaar card. That our Aadhaar card, like our bank accounts, Election Commission is contemplating on that also. Maybe it will be implemented sooner as the things go on smoother. So linking of our election ID card, identity card with our Aadhaar card, so that the repetition of voting is not possible, because it is automatically connected to software and it will give alerts or warnings that this so and so person has already casted his vote somewhere, wherever it is. So that is also important. As we discussed, quarterly enrollment of eligible candidates, that is also important. That is also as recommended to the Law Commission of India, maybe come as a practice sooner. Then this affidavit, election affidavit, also going to be like, if some problem is there, some false statements are there, means not true. This election I am saying that I am unmarried, the next election I am saying married. So all these are like false statements. So in one election affidavit I am saying that I am MA, then in another election I am saying that no, I am only BA. All these contradictory statements are being submitted by the candidates. Just only small example I quoted, I cited, but these kind of variances or false statements are also to be considered as electoral offense by the Election Commission of India. This is also one of the thing it is going to be implemented. And you know that another important thing, the next 10%. First thing is not to be influenced by any cash. Time and again I am saying, because it is so important. It has not gone to the brains of our citizens. So not, first point is that not to be influenced by cash, money, or gift, or any other funds, or any cash kind, liquor, any other thing. First thing. Second thing is increasing of the percentage of the voting. After this, these two constitute 90%. So 10% means, or you can say 6 to 7% is even the educated citizens are not coming forward to give the required information to the Election Commission of India. See, for example, in our society, in our neighborhood, in our mofussil, in our village, in our colony, in our wada. So somebody is distributing cash, distributing cash. We know that, we know that, but we feel that that is not our duty. Why? That we have to take care. See, nowadays, each and every person, except even I saw the persons who are staying near traffic signals also having mobile phones. So, and every mobile is this Android mobile only. Just you can take the pics and a small 1 minute video or a 30 seconds video, and you can just upload it on CVisil app. Nobody, even myself, I didn't know all these things because of I worked under Election Commission of India as observer. I came to know that. Otherwise, I didn't know that. So every citizen should utilize these platforms. Or 1950 toll free number is there. 1950. You take your mobile and tell that, sir, so and so colony, so and so party or candidate, or some candidate is doing this mischief, distributing liquor or distributing cash. Immediately the sleuths will come. That mechanism is there without any doubt. That mechanism is there, but the problem is that the citizens are not giving any kind of information, including the educated citizen, educated voters. So we have to utilize these electronic platforms very effectively. CVisil app is there. You can take photos and or take videos and upload it immediately. It will be there on the record forever. Even if that candidate or a particular political party like agents or people would run away also, it will be there on the record. The law enforcement agencies will take the due course even after the election. And toll free number is there. Can't we take phone and just call in so and so colony and so residential housing society? This is what is going on. And sorry to say that even in MLC election, Rajya Sabha election, we came to know that even you see, in MLC election, the teachers are voters. Hey, na? Graduates are the voters, and some other are the voters. But even those elections are also they are demanding money. I came to know that in the recent past. This begging, I like plainly, I'm saying that bluntly. This begging mentality should go away from the minds of the voters. Then only we can see the flourished democracy. Otherwise, we beg. Then after elections, he will exploit, and again the same thing: exploit, begging, exploitation, begging, and we will beg for this road, that the house or saris. See, even after 75 years are also still people are begging for saris. How shameful it is, really. It is a failure of civil society also. I would like to say that it is the failure of civil society also, and the people like us, we are also failed in this respect in order to educate the voters. So I think sir is looking at me. Maybe time is over. Can I take 5 more minutes or not possible?
I'll take 5 minutes. Okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay, thank you, sir. So these things, the failure of civil society, from now onwards, what I am trying to impress upon all my friends or the future viewers of this video is, let us take the responsibility. Let us feel it as a duty in our day-to-day life while discharging our duties. Maybe if you are a police, you go and tell that while interacting with the normal common public. If you are a traffic constable, say that like this begging during election process should be stopped. Then only the exploitation by the representative would be stopped. The officials exploitation by the officials would be stopped. So the root cause should be addressed, and we have to educate the people in such a way. And then other things, like I wanted to say that this chief electoral officer, you know that for the state legislative assemblies and the Lok Sabha elections, there is chief electoral officer. Normally he is a level of secretary rank officer, means middle level officer, and unless he is very assertive and really honest and upright, normally there are chances to be influenced by the ruling party of that particular state. There are chances. I am not saying that it is happened. So, because of junior level officer, first point. Second thing is that after this election, he has to go and join in some other post like secretary or commissioner in some other department. So normally civil servants means most obedient people. Whatever the government says, they do. Unless their vested interest is there, normally they are timid. Civil servants are timid. Very rarely we can see they can defy the orders of the government for the sake of the public benefit. Very rarest of the rare. Even the people like T.N. Seshan, we saw only at the fag end of their career, not in between. So the chief electoral officer, in my view, it should be like state election commissioner with the guarantee of tenure. The guarantee of tenure should be there, and the most senior officer should be given. Means after that, normally he would be retired. So there is no expectation from any government, from expectation of post or any other thing would not be there in his mind, so that he will work very freely and without any fear or favor. So that thing, and during the election process also, he can command because of his seniority, he can command all other officers. Maybe the city commissioner, police commissioners, the city municipal commissioners, or commissioners of the departments, principal secretaries. Most of the things they have to manage during the implementation of the model code of conduct. And because of his juniority and junior and in future still he has to work in some other department, there may be a chances of influence. So this should be, maybe we have to highlight as these and particularly lawyers in our society. If somebody is there, I request them to educate themselves, to update themselves, to keep abreast with the regular developments, and they have to file public interest litigations after thorough research. After thorough research, they have to file public interest litigations, not only related election, I am saying in general also, so that most of the times the high courts gave in favor of the complainant, and most of the times it has gone in favor of the public at large. So our lawyers should play this role while day-to-day life. They should study a particular thing, particularly election matters, whatever it may be, how to improve the election system, how to improve the percentage of voting, and how to wean away the voters from the influence. And they can file after thorough research, study public interest litigation in a high court. Then it will do good to the society at large. And so everybody should take it as a responsibility. Unless we act upon, nobody will come to our rescue. Most of the human nature is that vested interest. Human nature is that vested interest, means I will take care of myself. Very rarely we can see the people like Dr. Balgopal or some other who are good to the society at their own personal life. So we should take care of these things like responsible citizen. And otherwise, even electoral reforms comes and go, act, other rules, it will be like redundant, like untouchability law is there, but of no use, because people could not understand legally and by human point of view, humane point of view. They don't understand. They don't stop that practice. And dowry practice, best example is dowry. Except a few people like me and people like Jivan Bachao, my dear colleague. Most of the people, they expect dowry, and they take and they shamelessly discuss on various forums. Shamelessly, how much they have taken, how much they are enjoying from their wife or from their father-in-law, very shamefully. So like that, what I mean to say is that unless we understand, unless we proactively act upon all these electoral reforms, it will be like redundant, as good as like untouchability prohibition law and dowry prohibition law. That's what I would like to conclude. And finally, for this opportunity, once again, I would like to thank EZ Kobargade sir and Dr. Baban Jogdanand also. And sooner I would like to see you again as the time and the circumstances
Yes.
um, conducive. Thank you, one and all, and
Okay.
thank you.
थँक्यू व्हेरी मच सर. खरं तर सरांनी एवढं सविस्तर विस्ताराने या सगळ्या निवडणूक प्रक्रियेवर एक प्रशासकीय अधिकारी या सगळ्या सिस्टीमवर आणि ती सिस्टीम सुधारण्यासाठी नुसतं इलेक्शन कमिशन किंवा सरकार या सिस्टीमला जबाबदार नाही, तर सामान्य माणूस सुद्धा तेवढाच हे सिस्टीम सुधारण्याच्या अडथळ्यामध्ये किंवा सिस्टीम जी आहे इलेक्शनची त्याच्यासाठी जबाबदार आहे. अनेक लोक अद्यापही पैसे घेऊन मत देतात किंवा या इलेक्शनच्या संदर्भात जी जागरूकता पाहिजे, अनेक लोक त्यांना अधिकार असून सुद्धा तो योग्य प्रकारे बजावत नाहीत. माझ्या मते फार एक वेगळ्या विषयावर, या विषयावर बोलणारी फार कमी मंडळी आहे. सरांनी खरं तर आपल्या पुढच्या वेळेस जर हे हिंदी जर झालं तर परत आणखी लोकांना त्याचा फायदा होऊ शकेल इन हिंदी लँग्वेज. तर सर आपण थोडस याच्यावर एक समारोप करावा अशी विनंती करतो विजय सरांना.
Mr. Ashok Babu, you spoke very well. You being the officer from the Indian Revenue Service, you know the election procedure, election laws, election system. मैं तो ये कहूँगा कि बहुत जानकारी है और प्रैक्टिकल एक्सपीरियंस भी है. ये जो राइट टू वोट है, इट्स इनफैक्ट इट्स ए फंडामेंटल राइट. ये हमारा मूलभूत अधिकार भी है. और एक थॉमस पेन एक जो इन्होंने कहा था, द राइट ऑफ वोटिंग फॉर रिप्रेजेंटेटिव इज द प्राइमरी राइट बाय विच अदर राइट्स आर प्रोटेक्टेड. टू टेक अवे दिस राइट is to reduce a man to slavery. So if we do not exercise our voting right, if we do not exercise our right for the right person, then the future of the society, future of the country, again it's a question mark. To the other part of the, I would like to add a few things. It's a political parties plays a great role in the election. The voter are important, but to me the more important role is played by the political party. And nowadays the political party they choose a candidate who can win by any means. वो किसी भी तरीके से जीतना चाहिए. जीतेंगे तब सत्ता बनेगी, सरकार बनेगी. सरकार बनेगी तो रूल करेंगे, फिर पैसा आएगा, पावर आएगा और जो मर्जी वो करेंगे. तो मुझे ये बड़ा खतरनाक है. कोई भी इलेक्शन लड़ेगा ये खतरनाक है. मौका तो दिया है. नाउ इन द पार्लियामेंट वी फाइंड मेनी क्रिमिनल्स, चार्ज सीटेड क्रिमिनल्स इन द पार्लियामेंट. अगर चार्ज सीटेड क्रिमिनल्स आर द क्रिमिनल्स अगेंस्ट whom the FIR are lodged, अगर वो पार्लियामेंट में बैठेंगे तो फिर वो क्या करेंगे? क्या देश के लिए काम करेंगे, समाज के लिए काम करेंगे या पैसा कमाएंगे? रिच लोग हैं, इंडस्ट्रियलिस्ट है, बिल्डर्स है, बड़े बड़े कारपोरेट हाउसेस हैं. अब इन लोगों को मौका दिया जाता है. तो ये पॉलिटिकल पार्टी जिस तरीके से अपना इलेक्शन के कैंडिडेट का मुझे लगता है कि चॉइस करते हैं, टिकट देने वाली जो बात होती है, देर रिक्वायर्ड रिफॉर्म्स, उसमें कोई रिस्ट्रिक्शन चाहिए। अब जैसे कि इलेक्शन कमीशन ने एक रिस्ट्रिक्शन लाया है, 2 साल का अगर उनको कन्विक्शन हो गया, सो दे विल बी डिस्क्वालिफाइड फ्रॉम कॉन्टेस्टिंग इलेक्शन। अब उसमें यह करना चाहे कि अगेंस्ट हुम देयर इज ए क्रिमिनल केस, टिल द डिसीजन इज फाइनल, ही विल नॉट बी अलाउड टू कॉन्टेस्ट। तो क्रिमिनल लोगों की एंट्री वहीं बंद हो जाएगी। अब ये कोई पॉलिटिकल पार्टी चाहती नहीं इस तरह से, क्योंकि ये गुंडा लोग, ये बदमाश लोग, जो भी है क्रिमिनल्स, इनके भरोसे उनको इलेक्शन जीतना है किसी भी तरीके से। पिछले वक्त हमारे यहाँ किसी ने कहा था कि हम इलेक्शन में साम दंड भेद सारे तरीके का इस्तेमाल करेंगे। इलेक्टोरल मेरिट क्या है? इलेक्टोरल मेरिट है पैसा। जीतने वाला आदमी को आप टिकट दे दो, चाहे वो कोई भी हो। आई थिंक इट इज अगेंस्ट द मॉरल कंडक्ट, अगेंस्ट द प्रिंसिपल ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन। एक रिफॉर्म होना चाहिए और ये पॉलिटिकल पार्टी को मूव करना चाहिए इफ रियली दे वांट द वेलफेयर ऑफ द कंट्री। दूसरा, पॉलिटिकल पार्टी को मिलने वाला पैसा कहां से आता है, वो भी नहीं हो रहा है। दे विल नॉट डिस्क्लोज वेयर फ्रॉम दे गॉट द मनी। तीसरा, देयर इज ए इलेक्शन एक्सपेंडिचर फिक्स। नाउ एज यू सेड, पैसे बांटे जाते हैं, तो इलेक्शन एक्सपेंडिचर को जो फिक्स किया उसका कोई मतलब ही नहीं है। वो तो कागज के दिखाने वाली बात है। आई वाज आल्सो इलेक्शन ऑब्जर्वर 3 टाइम्स। तो क्या फायदा है उसका? पैसे अगर बांटे जाते हैं, लीकर बांटी जाती है, कपड़ा बांटा जाता है, तो ये गरीब लोगों का जो शोषण है, दिस इज एक्सप्लॉयटेशन ऑफ द पुअर पीपल बाय दिस बिग पीपल, दोज हु वांट ए पावर इन देयर हैंड एंड डू द नॉनसेंस इन द कंट्री। हमने ये इस तरीके से कैंपेन करना चाहिए। आई विल नॉट ब्लेम ए कॉमन वोटर, ही डजंट अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट इज व्हाट, ही डजंट अंडरस्टैंड द इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ हिज वोटिंग राइट। उसको तो एजुकेट तो करना ही है। ही कैन नॉट से, बिकॉज ही इज ए हेल्पलेस पर्सन। गांव में जो इन्फ्लुएंस डालने वाले लोग हैं, कौन लोग हैं? एक कोई तो भी गांव का, एक कोई समूह का लीडर, सोसाइटी का लीडर, किसी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी का, उसके थ्रू गांव के लोगों पे डालता है, इन्फ्लुएंस डालता है कि नहीं आपको इस आदमी को वोट करना है। वो तो ठीक है। अगर आप देखें तो अपने घर में भी वाइफ अभी नहीं है एजुकेटेड में, लेकिन वाइफ पूछती है हस्बैंड को किसको वोट करना है। शी हैज नो इंडिपेंडेंट राइट टू वोट। पूछती है किसे वोट करना है। शी डजंट नो who is the proper candidate, who is the best candidate। अब वो ठीक है, एफिडेविट आता है वो पेपर में, who study the affidavit, इनके इतने उनको क्रिमिनल चार्जेस है, इनके इतना उसकी प्रॉपर्टी है। अब किसी ने देखा है कि एक बंदे ने जो राजकारण में नहीं था, उसको 5 साल में इतनी प्रॉपर्टी उनके, मुझे लगता है कि इनकम टैक्स पीपल शुड रेड ऑल दिस पॉलिटिशियन हु हैव ए प्रॉपर्टी अबव करोड़। कहां से आया? कोई धंधा नहीं उनका, अगर आया तो कहां से आया? सो दे हैव मिसयूज द अथॉरिटी टू गेन द ऑल दिस प्रॉपर्टी, बेनामी प्रॉपर्टी। थोड़ा तो दिखाया जाता है वो, उसमें एफिडेविट में भर के दिखाया जाता, लेकिन उससे कितने तो भी ज्यादा है, इसीलिए तो वो बांट सकता है। बांटेगा कहां से? अगर वो गरीब, आप और हम अगर इलेक्शन कॉन्टेस्ट करने जाए, we cannot win the election because we have no money to distribute। अब इतना ही नहीं, तो वो ये कार्यकर्ता को मैनेज करने के लिए उनके डे टू डे एक्सपेंडिचर 1 महीने के लिए भी अपने पास पैसा नहीं है। तो गुड पीपल विल नॉट कॉन्टेस्ट इलेक्शन, सो द स्पेस इज क्रिएटेड फॉर द बैड पीपल। So this is again fallacy। I think this has to be taken care of। अगर मुझे इस वक्त बाबा साहब का जो संविधान सभा में, मैं हर बार बोलता हूँ, बाबा साहब ने 25 नवंबर 1949 संविधान सभा में बड़ा अच्छा कहा था कि पॉलिटिकल पार्टी अगर अपने पक्ष के एजेंडा को सबसे ज्यादा अगर महत्व देती है तो देश का हित नहीं हो सकता। देश का हित हे सर्वोच्च होना चाहिए। पहले देश, बाद में पॉलिटिकल पार्टी, और बाद में फिर पॉलिटिकल पार्टी का नेता। दूसरा उन्होंने कहा था कि नेता कितना भी बड़ा हो, वी शुड नॉट सरेंडर। आदर करना, रिस्पेक्ट करना अलग बात है, भक्त बनना। अभी हमारे देश में नेताओं के लोग भक्त बन रहे हैं, चाहे कोई भी पॉलिटिकल पार्टी हो। बड़ा नेता वो कितना भी गलत करे, कुछ भी करे, जय जयकार चालू है। ये तो हम ठीक है, ईवीएम की बात तो छोड़ दीजिए। अगर नेता इस देश के ईमानदार बन जाए और इलेक्शन मशीनरी भी ईमानदार बन जाए, तो ये वोटर भी अपने आप ईमानदार बन जाएगा। अगर कोई देगा ही नहीं तो लेगा कौन? करप्शन कहां से बढ़ता? करप्शन इज ऑलवेज टू वे। देने वाला तैयार है, अब लेने वाला भी तैयार नहीं तो भी उनको धमकाया जाता है कि नहीं तुम लो और हमको वोट दो, नहीं तो देख लेंगे। तो ये क्रिमिनल जो एलिमेंट या पॉलिटिक्स में अभी आया है, उसको कैसे रोका जाए? इलेक्शन एक्सपेंडिचर को किस तरह से मॉनिटर किया जाए? खुला कर दो ना। Why there should be the restriction on the election expenditure when you cannot take into account the money distributed, liquor distributed, the expenditure on this, all these things? पार्टी के टिकट के लिए अगर पैसा देता है कैंडिडेट, यहीं से तो शुरुआत है। अगर पार्टी टिकट में अगर वो करोड़ों रुपए देता है तो फिर और इलेक्शन में अलग से एक अभी एमएलए का टिकट, लोग बोलते हैं कि एमएलए का टिकट, अगर एमएलए की कॉन्टेस्ट करना है इलेक्शन तो करीबन 5 करोड़ रुपए लगते हैं। पार्लियामेंट का करना है तो 10 करोड़ रुपए लगते हैं। अब अभी इतने अगर अमीर लोग हैं तो उन्हें देश की सेवा नहीं करना है। The rich people, they cannot serve the common man. Basically, they cannot serve the common, barring few. अब उस जमाने के नेता में देश प्रेम था, देशभक्ति थी। अब कहाँ देशभक्ति दिखाई पड़ती है? हम तो देख रहे हैं ना क्या हो रहा है। आप सरकार के खिलाफ नहीं बोल सकते, आप प्रोग्राम में नहीं जा सकते। आप सरकार ने निकाला कि सिविल सर्वेंट शुड नॉट गो इन द प्रोग्राम एंड गिव स्पीच। ठीक है, यू कैन नॉट गिव स्पीच अगेंस्ट द गवर्नमेंट, बट यू कैन टेल द राइट थिंग टू द पीपल, एजुकेटिंग दिस इलेक्शन प्रोसेस, educating about the constitution, that should be encouraged by the government. तो ये 2-3 चीजें हैं जो इलेक्शन, आप इसमें स्टडी करिए पॉलिटिकल पार्टी, यू नो द सो मेनी थिंग। इलेक्शन का जो एक्सपेंडिचर में फिक्स होना चाहिए, उसको ओपन कर देना चाहिए। क्रिमिनल्स को कैसे उससे बाहर रखा जाए, तो ये पैसे बांटने का काम। मैं भी बिहार में था तो पहले दिन रात को यही मैसेज आता, मतलब एक्स की पार्टी कहती है कि ये पैसे बांट रहे हैं और दूसरी पार्टी बोलती है कि उसकी पार्टी बांट रहे हैं। अगर दोनों पार्टी के लोग पैसे बांट रहे हैं तो रियल डेमोक्रेसी है कहाँ? देयर इज नो डेमोक्रेसी। तो डेमोक्रेसी मॉरल, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल मॉरलिटी पे डेमोक्रेसी बेस है। ये पैसे बांटने की डेमोक्रेसी ये चलेगी नहीं। और ये इस तरह से ये पॉलिटिकल डेमोक्रेसी या रिप्रेजेंटेटिव गवर्नमेंट जो आती है तो सोशल और इकोनॉमिक जस्टिस नहीं होता है, और सोशल और इकोनॉमिक जस्टिस नहीं होता तो विक्टिम आर द बैकवर्ड क्लास पीपल। तो हु आर द विक्टिम? अल्टीमेटली विक्टिम कौन है? लाइन में लग के वोट करता है। The educated people will not go in large number. The district like Gadcholi, where the Naxalite on the voting, boycott the election, despite the tribal people going vote. They do not understand the election law. They understand the importance of voting. So many things are there. Let the wisdom prevail on the political bosses to do good thing. तभी हमारा देश महाशक्ति और आत्मनिर्भर बनेगा। सैनिक से देश आत्मनिर्भर नहीं बनता। तो मिस्टर अशोक, थैंक यू वेरी मच ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ फाउंडेशन। यू गेव वेरी गुड लेक्चर, वेरी वेल स्टडीड, और this EVM and all that, we keep aside the disputed issue, but there are people or this will strengthen the democracy. This election process will strengthen the democracy. Thank you very much. Thank you, Baban Rao.
Thank you, sir.